Hey guys, Steven from Upcall here, and in this video, we're essentially going to walk through our dashboard. So the unique thing about Upcall is that we're a SaaS company, software as a service, and the SaaS component is essentially our transparent and intuitive dashboard that you and your team can utilize to really track the metrics of your campaign. So within our dashboard, you guys can do things such as listen to each and every phone call, communicate with your dedicated agents, we can set up custom call times, custom call cadences, we can even set up Zapier and API integrations and even calendar integrations via Calendly, as well as some other tools. So in this video, we're going to walk through the dashboard, show you how you utilize it, and yeah, take it from there. So we're going to start from the left, work our way towards the right, and here we go. So right here is the total leads. That's essentially the total amount of leads that we're reaching out to on your pilot campaign. So as mentioned, guys, all of our pricing is relative to volume, so the amount of leads that we're reaching out to. And to emphasize one key point, a lead is a contact. So let's say, for example, you were to provide us with a list of 1,000 names, 1,000 companies. Total leads is going to represent 1,000. To the right of that is in progress. That's essentially the total amount of leads that we still have to reach out to. So our standard approach here at Upcall is we make up to 5 phone call attempts per lead to engage them and set that qualified appointment for you. Now we can do additional add-ons. We can add on emails, text messages. We can add on an additional 5 phone call attempts. But generally speaking, standard approach is 5 phone call attempts. To the right of that is completed. That's essentially the total amount of completed appointments that we've set for you guys. So we got that decision maker on the phone. They expressed interest in learning more about your products and or service, and they agreed to a qualified appointment. To the right of that is send more info, and that's essentially for MQLs, marketing qualified leads. Let's say we get a decision maker on the phone. They express interest in learning more about your products or your services, but they don't want to take a meeting right then and there. They want an email further elaborating on what it is you guys do and how you can benefit them. For each and every lead that says something like that, they get placed into this category. This entire category then gets forwarded directly over to you and your team. You guys can then reach out with either personalized emails or email sequences to these now lukewarm leads. The all others category right here, this is essentially for all other scenarios. So if a number is starred, if they're unresponsive, meaning within 5 phone call attempts we're unable to get a hold of them, if it's the wrong number, so we meant to call John from XYZ company, we end up calling Jill from ABC company. If they're not interested, so we get that decision maker on the phone and they explicitly say, listen, we're not interested in your services or products. And then ended is a pretty unique situation. Let's say we get a decision maker on the phone, or we're reaching out to John from XYZ company, but then you reach out to us and you say, hey, listen, we're actually already in talks with John from XYZ company. There's no need to cold call him anymore. Please remove him from your sequence. He would then end up in ended. Now, the download results button right here, this is how you're going to pull all of our data from our CRM and onto an Excel spreadsheet, which you can then review on your desktop or laptop to ultimately determine if Upcall was worth the investment. I'm now going to go ahead and dive into Peter Russo, and Peter Russo is a lead, and I'm going to show you how you would track each and every lead. All right, so we're now in Peter Russo's profile, and as you can see, 4 phone call attempts were made to him, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 4th one, the call was completed, so the appointment was set. If we press this View Results button, we can view each and every qualifying question we asked Peter to qualify him for your services or products, and the answers to each and every qualifying question. So the questions are in light blue, answers are in dark blue. Then down here in this Other Notes tab is any other relevant notes that the Upcaller found useful to help you build rapport with the lead, to help you understand their pain points, essentially to help you close on that deal. However, if the notes aren't good enough, no worries, that's why we have this play button. So for each and every phone call, you can log into the dashboard, press the play button, and listen to the phone call. Also right here in this follow-up, each and every time we set that appointment for you guys, you'll be able to scroll on to this follow-up little section right here and view the date as well as the time. And then to the right over here is the thumbs up and thumbs down button, and this is how you would communicate with an upcaller on a specific call. So if they did well, you can give them a thumbs up. If they did poorly, you can give them a thumbs down, and you'd also have the option to write some additional text, so you can let them know why you gave them either a thumbs up or thumbs down. Now I'm going to go ahead and move into sources. And sources is where we're going to integrate your lead lists. And we can do this through several methods. We could do a simple file upload, so we can import a CSV or Excel spreadsheet. Very simplistic, straightforward approach. We can do an email forwarding, and what this would do is it would complement an email marketing campaign that you currently have going on. So let's say you're sending out a bunch of emails to decision makers. As soon as they receive these emails and open these emails, it's going to set off a trigger within our CRM. We're going to give them a call in about a minute. And then finally is Zapier. And I like to describe Zapier as the middleman. It essentially integrates thousands of applications with one another. So let's say, for example, you wanted us to integrate with your CRM. We can 100% do that and become a true extension of your workflow. So we can automate your lead list, give feedback to your CRM, things like that. I'm now going to move into Script. And Script, guys, is where we're going to integrate the information for your script. So upon acceptance of a proposal, you're immediately going to be directed over to our operation manager's onboarding calendar. You'd set a day and time for onboarding. She's then going to reach out with a questionnaire. It's a 10-question questionnaire asking for your business model, value propositions, common objections, goals of the call, things like that. Once you fill out the questionnaire and send it back to her, she's going to send you over a sample script. If the script is to your liking, fantastic. We'd move forward with onboarding, finalize your script, and launch your campaign. If the script is not to your liking, we're going to fine-tune that script with you until the script is to your liking. Once the script is to your liking, we would then move forward with onboarding, finalize your script, and launch your campaign. So sections in this script page are things like objective of the call, introduction, reason for the call. Training is any frequently or commonly asked questions. I'll discuss those in a minute. Questions are qualifying questions we would ask to qualify the lead for your services, and we can get pretty creative with them. So we can do things such as text box, single selection, multiple choice, email, date, phone number. I'm going to scroll down now. These are all qualifying questions. We can ask up to 10. Then at the bottom right here would be the follow-up, which would be an appointment, and we can integrate your sales reps' calendars over here. And as I mentioned, our most preferred method of integration is in fact Calendly. However, we can integrate with other calendar applications as well. I'm going to now move into training. So training, guys, is any frequently or commonly asked questions. Now, I do want to emphasize one key point. The upcaller, he or she, they're not going to be an expert in your field by any means. And it's not their job to pretend to be an expert. Their job is to give a quick introductory phone call, a synopsis of who you guys are, the products and or services you provide, and how you would benefit the company that we're reaching out to. So any basic questions and answers can go in this category. However, full transparency, once a decision maker begins to ask a bunch of relevant questions, they're ready to speak to you guys, the experts. So the upcaller is going to utilize that as a tool. They're going to say, John, these are great questions you have, and I truly wish I could answer all of them. However, let me go ahead and connect you with Sarah. She's the expert over here. She can answer all of your questions and truly help you determine if our products or services would be a good fit for your company. What's a good day and time that works for you? This would be a very brief conversation. Okay, I'm now going to go ahead and move into settings. So in regards to caller ID, guys, we can utilize one of our Upcall caller IDs, and this is something I highly recommend. So we can essentially mimic a local area code of wherever that company is established. So if we're calling a company in San Francisco, we can utilize a 650 area code, New York, a 718 area code, Atlanta, a 770 area code. However, we can also verify a new caller ID and use your company line, for example. So if they call back, the calls go directly to, let's say, your sales reps. Now, in regards to calling times, we can start as early as 8 a.m., finish as late as 9 p.m. We can even add intervals in between to skip over lunch, and we can even dial 7 days a week. Last but not least is the call sequence, and this is essentially the cadence of calls. So as I mentioned, guys, we're going to make up to 5 phone call attempts per lead to engage them and set that qualified appointment. In regards to the cadences, I mean, we can utilize your preferred cadences. We can utilize some of our best practices. We can do A/B testing to ultimately determine which ones yield the highest conversion rates. And then in regards to voicemails, we can leave as many as you'd like. However, I typically recommend no more than 2. Reason being is this: we want to leave that element of surprise there. We want the upcaller to be able to build rapport with that decision maker, let their personality shine through. And when we leave a lot of voicemails, it doesn't give them the opportunity to do so. So once again, typically recommend no more than 2. However, entirely up to you. And that, guys, is essentially our dashboard. And if you ask me, that's our biggest value proposition. Please feel free to reach out to us. You can reach me at Steven, Steven, at upcall.com. And feel free to reach out to Lisa as well. Her email is Lisa, Lisa, at upcall.com. Thanks, guys, and have a great day. Goodbye.